Yo, it's your boy Papa Dawn, man. Back with another video. Today we doing I found a dead girl's body in the bushes. I wonder who left her ass there. Niggas is bugging. Word. I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button, subscribe, tapping with your boy, man. Grab your blunt, all that shit, man. And let's get into it. I almost forgot my headphones and shit. Oh, damn. Bugging. Now, let's get into it.
I used to live in this small, sleepy forest town, which at the time was notorious for being the most boring place to raise a family in the Midwest. That never bothered me very much. I liked the isolation and the privacy, and the knowledge that those late-breaking violent stories you hear on the news would never involve us. I lived about a minute away from a large open field, where I could easily walk for about 15 minutes without ever having to set foot on concrete. One day last summer, I was taking my dog Oscar for a walk across the field, pretty early in the morning as I usually did. But today, something happened to catch my eye immediately after I went through the fence. About 15 meters to the left of the entry gate is an old fishing pit that was surrounded by overgrown bushes with barbed wire.
Send your dog to go find out.
So I heard something rustling from the undergrowth, and I stopped to investigate. I noticed the outline of someone standing under the shadows of the trees, staring at me without moving. Completely taken aback and slightly unnerved, I decided to just keep walking my dog as if I hadn't seen anything. I usually play music on my phone, but
First off, I'm gonna back up a bit. See, you living out in places like that, where there's nobody around, mad shit could go down. So you already got a stalker in front of your house already watching you. He probably been watching you. But who knows? And then your dog is right there, he ain't doing shit. What you got that dog for? Bugging, son. You better send that dog out.
After that chilling encounter, I had no intention of doing so, just in case that person decided to try and come at me from behind. After walking for another 15 minutes, I completed my loop around the field and was making my way back when I noticed a tall man walking from the grassy area around the fishing pit to the gate. It was hard to tell because of the distance, but I would say he was around 30 years old and well built. I made sure to keep my distance and decided to play fetch with my dog for a while and give him time to leave, as my gut feeling was telling me that it wasn't a good idea to approach him. After a short while, I made sure the coast was clear and called my dog back over to me and reattached his leash. As we were making our way out of the field through the gate where we originally entered, Oscar started pulling at his leash.
Because Oscar knows something ain't right. Yo, my thing is, you first got to the park, alright? You peeped homie in the bushes watching you. You said, alright, fuck it. You continue walking. Alright, cool. But then, after your 15 minutes of walk, you hearing the guy move around again. The second time, you should know he's following you, okay? He got his eyes on you. You not with nobody. Nobody's around. He ain't watching the air, guy. He watching you. So with that being said, I don't even know why you still in the park. Your ass should have been gone. Now you and your dog about to get snatched up, son. Facts.
And sniffing around the bushes where I had first noticed the silhouette of the man. I tugged at the leash and called my dog's name, but he refused to obey, which was strange because he usually didn't give me any trouble. I walked towards him to grab his collar, nervously scanning the area again for the strange man, when I noticed a piece of blue cloth on the other side of the barbed wire divider that surrounds the fishing pit. I tied my dog to a nearby stump.
Why? Why you investigating? You getting paid for this shit? Yo, homie, you about to get me tight. What the hell you being nosy for? So I'm telling you, that's...
Carefully climbed over the fence and went to investigate. This next part is very difficult for me to recount, because while a part of me is pleased my actions that day brought light to a violent crime and brought closure, however horrific, to someone's family, another part of me wishes I had just been less patient and kept tugging at my dog, because the nightmares have yet to stop. There was a body of a young girl covered in bruises all over her face and lacerations to her wrists. Fresh blood was pooling under the gash in her neck. Her eyes were all puffy like she had been crying for a very long time. I couldn't even begin to imagine what she had been put through. After calling the police, I sat by the gate and waited what was probably only about 8 minutes.
Yo, y'all be watching
but
my
it
videos,
felt
son?
like a
These cops be
lifetime.
pulling up quick.
Even
Yo,
though I obviously
real,
knew she was
son.
dead,
Shit.
when I overheard the ambulance attendant confirm it, I threw up all over the grass. The police tried asking me questions, and I told them
Better
what I
clean
could
that
recall
shit up.
about the stranger, while my dog whined and tried to nuzzle me while I sat on the grass. A week later, I read in the newspaper that the young girl was a 12-year-old named Megan that had gone missing no more than 5
Damn,
minutes away
son.
from my house. She had been sexually assaulted before being murdered. After 3 months of continuous searching, nobody matched the vague description of the man I had given the police. More than a few times, I've noticed people in my own town giving me sideways glances that feel more like suspicion than pity, and that's almost more than I can bear. Please just remember to keep things in perspective. No matter how shitty a day you're having,
Where all these people come
however
from?
many trivial
I ain't seen none of them
inconveniences you have
earlier.
to endure, you were at least lucky enough not to have found a dead child while enjoying your
That
daily
shit crazy.
routine. My thoughts and prayers go out to that poor girl's family.
Yo, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Stay safe. Stay out the way, man. For real. I'm a holler.